expression, the more things change, the more they stay the same. That's called being a Bengals fan, player, coaching staff, cheerleader, mascot. Hey everybody, I'm Cortez and I'm a critic, and we're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals as this is the 2025 preview show. Cincinnati. I watched the preseason games, and I'm just going to be real. I still don't see no defense, and that's preseason. And congratulations to finally getting Trey Hendrickson his contract. Finally, trust me, it's not a congratulatory. Let me give him a round of applause. It's more of a frustration, finally, type of gesture than a congratulations with streamers and finger guns. No, it's not like that at all. No. But you did sign the players you wanted to sign and you needed to sign. The team still looks good offensively, but defensively, even with Trey, I like Trey, but the defense needs to show something a little bit more just to be more confident, because or else the Bengals might have to become the greatest show in the turf of Ohio. And nothing screams, oh, they're going to do it. Let's start with the top 3 games of the season that I think you Bengals fans need to pay attention to. Week 5 versus the Detroit Lions. Now, I would love this to be the Super Bowl. Detroit, Cincinnati. 2 first overall picks, 2 cat figures, a Bengal versus a Lion. Both franchises have never won a Super Bowl. That to me is beautiful Super Bowl magic. But we all know it's going to be Eagles and Chiefs again because the world hates us. But Week 5 is a good test for both teams. Both had kind of defensive problems. The Bengals just didn't have one, while Detroit had injured plague players on the defensive side. So to me, this is a good matchup. And it's very early in the season to see which one of these teams is going to solidify themselves moving forward. This is a non-conference game, so basically this is nothing more than just bragging rights / another win or loss on the tally chart. But if you want to come make an early statement, beat them. And I'm talking about Detroit and Cincinnati. Beat each other. But that's too hard. Don't worry, Cincinnati. You have your own division of torment. Week 13 at Baltimore. I have more confidence in you guys beating Baltimore and Cincinnati, so we're going to talk about the game where you have to go to Baltimore. Week 13 is a crucial part of the season. I think week 13 to week 17 is that very sweet spot, between the holiday season and basically figuring out what kind of gift you're going to give and whether you're going to be home for the holidays or you're going to be traveling somewhere else for playoffs. This is a crucial game because if Cincinnati wants any hope of winning the division, you got to take down the Ravens. And on the road, where the Ravens might feel a little more confident. The Ravens might come up very full of themselves by this time of the season. So Cincinnati, smack them in the mouth. Give that black and blue another black and blue. So, yeah, at Baltimore, definitely. Because next week, you go from Baltimore to Buffalo as week 14 at the Bills. You think the Ravens division foe game might take some energy and stress off you. Now you got to go against a conference opponent who you might actually face in the first round of the playoffs. Depends on how seeding goes. So talk about back-to-back on the road against 2 Baltimore and Buffalo opponents. The Bash Brothers of the AFC for you Bengals. But if you can beat Baltimore and the Bills back-to-back weeks on the road in the crucial part of the season, I think Bengal fans, Bengal players, and any Bengal nation out there should feel very confident about them going into the playoffs. Hopefully the scoreboard does not look like an NCAA college basketball game. I'm just saying, defense, please show up, please. But yeah, that's a big matchup for Buffalo. Highest point for you Bengal fans. This team is so offensively sound. 14 wins, 14-3. I really believe the Bengals can be a 14-win team. I'm going to say I will not be surprised if the Bengals have the best regular season record because of their offense. Their defense does concern me. But I believe their offense can put enough firepower and be consistent that if they have to win 41-44 every single week, they will. And that's going to lead into a 14-win season. Lowest point, if somehow they have low point, we all have low points. 11-6. Bengal fans, you're one of the few teams that I feel confidently that you will definitely get at least double-digit wins. 10-7 in the worst case, but 11-6 will be the lowest to me. I think you guys are destined for no less than 11 wins. I believe that way. But like we say with the 14-3 mark, it's going to be heavily by your offense. Until the defense show me something different, it's going to be because of your offense. Your MVP for the season, Super Bowl, but I say, I almost gave it away. For the regular season goes to Joe Burrow. Let's be real, he's the only reason you guys had a hope last year in that last second, month and a half of hopeful playoff berth, please. So Joe Burrow's been the guy, and I'm going to put Joe Burrow as my MVP candidate for this season. I'm putting a lot of money in Cincinnati, okay? Not because I have friends that live in Ohio who happen to be Bengal fans. Not because I'm biased by that. Hey, thank you, buddy. So, I believe Joe Burrow will not only be the MVP for the team, but he's my MVP choice to win the MVP this year. Look at it. Verdict, Super Bowl. I have more confidence in the Bengals than I do the Baltimore Ravens and the Bills to make the Super Bowl. Not because Joe Burrow has a very consistent track record against Mahomes in the playoffs, but there is just something about Joe Burrow and the Bengals that I feel a little bit more confident because we have seen Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson stumble in the playoffs on their own mistakes, on their own merit. But for some reason, when it comes to Joe Burrow, it feels like he does everything he can in his power, and the defense or a special team or something happens that he was not, part of. Like he hands the ball off to a running back on 3rd and 1 and the running back fumbles kind of thing. It's not really him making a bad read or making a bad interception or taking a sack when he shouldn't have to. I don't see Joe Burrow being like that. So, I know the video went a bit longer than the other words, but that's where I have the Bengals season. Super Bowl win, not just an appearance. So that's Cincinnati Bengals. We're now halfway through. We're going to go to Baltimore. I think I bashed them enough to make fun of them. And don't worry, Cleveland, you'll get your day in the spotlight. Trust me, I don't want to give it to you. So next, we'll go with the Baltimore Ravens. But until next time, I'm Cortez, and I'm a critic. Thank you so very much for watching.